Hi everyone, I'm Nhung. Today, I want to tell you about a vegetable that is probably one of the most familiar sights in gardens across northern Vietnam. I think almost every family in the countryside has grown it at some point. In fact, it may be second only to rice when it comes to how widely it is grown. I'm talking about water spinach. Water spinach is very easy to grow and doesn't need much care. More importantly, for poor families in the past, just a small patch of water spinach could provide enough vegetables to feed the whole family. I still remember when I was a child, life was really difficult back then. Sometimes, there wasn't even enough rice to eat. A family meal could be as simple as a bowl of rice with a plate of boiled or stir-fried water spinach. There were times when we ate water spinach every single day for an entire month. So, in many ways, this vegetable became a big part of our childhood. Another thing I love about water spinach is that almost nothing goes to waste. The young shoots are used for cooking, while the older stems and roots can be used as food for pigs and chickens. Because it is easy to grow, produces plenty of vegetables, and almost every part of the plant can be used. Many families in the past always kept a small corner of their garden for growing water spinach. Today, life is much better, and my family grows many different kinds of vegetables. But if you ask me which vegetable still feels the most familiar in a Vietnamese countryside garden, water spinach would definitely be one of the first that comes to mind. To me, it's not just a vegetable, it's also a little piece of my childhood. Everyone, come along with me and let's see what a typical day in my life looks like. I'm going to pick out the young, tender shoots from these water spinach plants to cook for lunch for the whole family. This is the best season for water spinach, so the shoots are really fresh and tender. Today, I'm going to make two dishes, boiled water spinach and water spinach stir-fried with garlic. These are probably the two most common ways we cook water spinach here. As for the older, tougher stems, I'm going to chop them up and use them to make food for our pigs. While I was chopping the vegetables, my son woke up. It's Sunday today, so he doesn't have to go to school and can sleep in a little longer. Once I finish chopping the vegetables, I'll put them into the pot and cook them for the pigs. This is the little kitchen we use mainly for cooking pig feed and for anything that needs a wood-burning stove, so it looks a little messy. For our everyday meals, we usually use an electric stove. My parents have also collected quite a lot of firewood from around the garden. Living in the countryside, we try to make use of whatever we have around us. Even things that seem like they're no longer useful can come in handy. While waiting for the pig feed to finish cooking, I'm going to take a shower, do some laundry, and change my clothes. After that, come with me back out into the garden to collect some dracontomelon, which we're going to use with the water spinach. The tree is very tall, so there's really no way for us to pick the fruit directly. We just wait for the ripe ones to fall to the ground and then collect them. Dracontomelon has a naturally sour taste, and it makes a really delicious dipping sauce for boiled water spinach, especially on a hot summer day. Now that everything is almost ready, let's get into the kitchen and cook lunch for the whole family. For today's lunch, we have fried fish. These fish were caught right in the fields, from the same area where I went to pick the vegetables earlier. We also have boiled water spinach stir-fried with garlic, and boiled winter melon. They're all very simple, traditional dishes that we often eat at home. And the best part is that we hardly had to spend any money on today's meal. The vegetables came from our garden, the fish came from the fields, and even the drakentomelone was picked up from the ground. Here in the countryside, if you have a garden and are willing to do a little work, everyday food can be very inexpensive. I think the biggest expense for our family is probably raising the children. As for my son, he's currently dealing with a rather unusual illness. I'll tell you more about it and explain what happened in my next video. For now, thank you so much for staying with me all the way to the end. I'm truly grateful for all your love and support, and I really appreciate every one of you. See you in the next video.